Hello, everyone, and welcome to another production brought to you by Cedar Hope Productions. It's your girl, Crystal Sessoms, and I am so excited today because I have the wonderful pleasure of being a part of an amazing book launch that's happening today. And so this is going to be a little interview with my homegirl. She is an author. She's a transformation consultant. She is the founder of Poise Success. She's a realtor, a mother, a daughter, and a wonderful friend. Introducing Monica Quinones. So I am so excited about this day. It's September 22nd. You're launching your new book. I'm so proud of you. Okay, now, before we get started, because we have quite a bit to talk about, but before we get started, for those out there who don't know, this is the homie. We went to middle school together, high school together. We were band nerds together. Our parents are really good friends, and we've been very good friends for a long time. And Monica, I can't tell you, I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of this journey that you're on, and I'm just so grateful that you asked me to interview you, on this big day, because it's a big accomplishment. When you work really hard, and I remember we were younger, and you talking about becoming a writer and an author, and you're making those dreams come true, and it's just absolutely amazing to watch your journey.
Thank you.
So let's talk about it while we're here today. Right. Okay, so this is Monica's new book, Instant Single Mom, This Was Not the Dream. So let's start with, tell us a little inspiration about the book, why you wrote the book.
Okay. Really, honestly, the book just poured it into me. Like, I just had this moment because of the journey that I had went through with my husband passing away, from a rare form of cancer. And from the time we got the diagnosis to the time he passed was exactly 9 months to the day.
Oh, wow.
And so just going through a whole period of different emotions, being sad, sometimes depressed, sometimes really angry, and but then getting it together, Okay. And not saying that I'm like over the whole grief aspect of it all, but just being able to, accept it. That, he's gone. I believe he's in a better place. And, why not write? Because when you write, it brings forth healing. Mm-hmm. So even, journal writing. So it kind of started with me journaling. And then it just poured out where all of this was coming together in book format. And so then when I started doing that was December of 2019. So we all know January this year, Kobe Bryant passed. And when he passed, I was writing this book. And within me, my heart automatically went to Vanessa Bryant because I know that pain. And what came to me was my situation's not unique, So I just wanted to be able to, that showed me that I was on the right track. And I want to be able to tell people it's okay to feel all of the emotions when you lose a loved one, or, maybe you end a relationship, maybe it ends in divorce, or maybe y'all just break up, could be a long engagement, then it just didn't work out. Y'all never made it down the aisle. And just giving people that hope, Right. So that's what it's all about.
Got you. So we don't want to give away too much of the book because we definitely want people to pick it up and purchase it. But let's talk about the journey a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Of course. I remember Michael, and I was actually in your wedding.
Yes.
Yes. But so let's talk about the beginning a little bit. How did you all meet?
So we met through a mutual friend. It's funny. She worked with him, and then she went to church with me, and she was like, you know what? I think y'all should meet. And so I put it off for a little bit because, you get kind of fed up with, being in bad relationships. You're like, I ain't got time for this. So finally I was like, you know what? Okay, I'll meet him. And so once we met, and actually we just started. We met over the phone, and so we probably may have been one of the first people, not a Tinder situation, but but we literally just talked on the phone for like hours for quite a while before we actually decided to, okay, let's go on an official date. So I got to know him, and from then that was just all she wrote.
Got you. And then you ended up having 2 wonderful children.
Yes.
Right, yes. Beautiful children.
Thank you.
And so, okay, so you find the love of your life, you dedicate your lives to each other, and you're young. We're not going to give away our ages or anything like that, but but you're young.
Yeah.
And you're looking forward to this long, full life with someone, and then you find out that your husband has a rare form of cancer. Do you remember what you were going through when you first found out, when you and Michael first found out?
I do. So I'm gonna paint the picture for you. So May 23rd of 2018 is when we got the diagnosis. So I knew that the weekend prior I wasn't even in town. I had left and went to Alabama. My cousin's son graduated from high school. I was about to say college. No, he's still in college. He graduated from high school, so we went to celebrate him. And I knew he didn't come with us because he had to get some tests done. So I'm back to May 23rd now. I am in the car, and I'm like kind of just grooving to my music, singing. And then I get a phone call, and it's him. And I was like, hey. And he was like, I need you to come home right away. And I was like, startled. I was like, all right, the test results must have come back. So, of course, I had to make sure I got myself together, went home, and then he broke the news. And, I just prayed for strength so that I wouldn't, cry when he was crying. And I just, held him, and then I encouraged him. And then he got past it, and he started focusing. I was like, we're going to get through this. We're going to fight this. But then I had to go in the bathroom myself, away from him. And I literally had my moment of tears. Because I'm like, I never even heard of this cancer before, Right. So, yeah. It was a tough, surreal moment.
What a blessing, though, you were to be by his side through his own journey fighting the cancer. And it's a testament of your spirit, because now you're being a blessing to others by writing this book. Not only people who are instant single moms, but anybody who has gone through cancer with a loved one, which we know it's so many people in the world. Is that part of the reason too why writing this book was important?
It is. Going with him to treatments and then seeing, how much it's needed. They need. We all, in there together, and we needed some uplifting. And I know that still goes on. Right now as we're talking. So, fortunately though, the doctors and nurses from every place he had to go to for treatment and everything, every last one of them were great. Every last one of them. I can't imagine having someone with terrible bedside manner when you're going through something like that.
Right.
Yeah.
So where did you find the strength, through the whole process, but even now as you are pulling your life back together, how did you find the strength in the midst of all of this to write this book?
Child, no.
I know that's right. And when you don't know, that's God. That's just God right there. That's just God right there.
I don't. I just know that I was working on another book, and I just could not get that last chapter to come to me. It just wouldn't come. And then, like I said, just from journaling, and then it just all started to pour out. And, you're creative just like me, and so the feeling of when something is coming to you, you have to write right then and there. Everything stops.
Right.
You got to get it all out,
Yes.
because if you don't, you're not going to get it back. And so that's what happened. So December, that's what happened. Everything stopped. I just went in, and then it was also healing too, because writing brings forth healing.
Do you feel like you're coming out of the dark space that you were in when all of this was happening before writing the book? You feel like you're coming out of that space now?
I do.
And writing the book has helped?
Yes. Yeah, definitely. It's definitely helped. And then also too, this journey had me go back to my own journey, to my own health challenge. And from us talking before, with my first book that I did, I don't know if I should.
Yeah,
okay.
Yes. Tell us about your first book.
Okay, so the first book was a cup of encouragement, 31 essentials for uplifting your soul. And so that book was birthed from my own health journey, having to encourage myself on a daily basis, trying to, just keep my mind right and not give in to the circumstances of me relying on a walker to walk. And again, when I think back, that was a 9-month journey, as well.
Wow.
And so, you're in a car accident, you think you're okay, you go through physical therapy, and then boom, wake up one day and you can't walk on your own, you can't do anything on your own. My husband had to literally, shower me. I couldn't do it because I couldn't stand on my own, and then going from doctor to doctor that did not know what was going on with me, and come to find out it was my back all along. So I'm not going to get too into that, but just the strength coming from out of that situation, it helped me to help him in his own situation, but it also has been helping me now. Like, if I could get through that, then I can get through this, type of thing.
So, knowing you, it definitely sounds like not only are you using your creativity and your writing skills to motivate and inspire others, you also have a company that's surrounding that as well. Okay, so when I introduced you as a transformation consultant. Now, me personally, I had never heard of a transformation consultant, and so you probably have some people out there who haven't either. So tell us, what do you do as a transformation consultant?
One easy word to think about is resilience. I'm helping people be resilient, picking up the pieces from different situations that might go on in life, and helping them to balance that with whether it's their 9 to 5, whether it's entrepreneurship, or just plain old maybe ministry or whatever it is, but helping to balance and bring it all together, be resilient, because as long as you're living on this earth, you're gonna face some challenges.
That's right. Amen.
And you can't just stop. You can't just lay in a bed.
That's right.
Because it's only hurting you yourself. Trust me, there was plenty of days I wanted to just lay in a bed with the covers over my head, but I could not do that because, one, I have kids, and they needed to still go to school.
And they need your support as well, because they're going
Right.
through it. They lost their father, going
Right.
through it as well. Yeah.
So being a transformation consultant, it's more like ministry to me, where I'm just helping people just pick up the pieces and still keep going and be all you can be. Live your purpose out to the fullest.
Right. Okay.
I feel like in my situation with my husband, he lived his purpose out. But obviously I still have work to do because I'm still here.
Right.
So just being able to send that message out to others, because all of us have purpose down here. So go
That's
after
right.
it.
That's right.
Don't let the distractions of life, the curveballs of life, get you so far off track that you don't pursue your purpose. So
I received that.
yeah.
And so then you're also the founder of Poise Success. Tell us a little bit about that as well.
So Poise Success, I of course is part of the consulting, and then I'm consulting with on leadership, entrepreneurship, but also real estate. So helping companies too when they are ready to expand into the commercial aspect of things with the commercial side of real estate,
Okay.
which is so needed, and it's a space where many minorities aren't in, and I'm just going in headstrong with that and teaching companies how to expand, and even if they don't want to expand, just teaching them how to be able to read through their contracts and see the loopholes and don't be sad or like shy, I guess I should say, to negotiate what your contract is saying, because most people don't think, oh, well, this is going to renew this year. Oh, well, you can still negotiate, especially now. We're in COVID right now.
Right.
There's a lot of room for negotiation.
Got you.
A lot of contracts. But also, I think the heart of Poised Success, though, is basically gravitate to women. I don't discourage men from coming. Of course, I'm going to, help men too. But just a place for women to come and really deal with the inside, being poised from the inside out. And that's what Poised Success is. It's just being your authentic self and helping you to develop the rhythm in life and business or whatever.
Okay. And look, we need so much more of that in today's society. Because if I see another young lady, no, okay, y'all know where I'm going. Y'all know where I'm going with it. But yes, that's definitely needed. Well, I know you were probably looking over here at me like, she just a cheese-it? Because I'm so proud. No, I really am. I'm so proud.
You're good.
And I know a lot of these things, but to just kind of hear them all together and thinking about the conversations that we have had over the years and your ideas and your dreams and how they're coming into fruition. You're such an amazing inspiration. So I appreciate you so much and the work that you are doing. Instant Single Mom, This Was Not the Dream, will be out today. This is the official book launch. Yay! COVID-friendly book launch. So tell us a little bit about how they can get your book.
Okay. Well, they can go to instantsinglemom.com or barnesandnoble.com or poisedsuccess.com. You can order those 3 ways.
So if anybody's interested in your services, how can they reach you?
Okay, so you can go to instantsinglemom.com or Instagram. And my name on Instagram is poised_success.
Wonderful. So one more thing. I see that the foreword is written by one of our classmates, Reverend Kevin G. Swan. So would you like to give him just a little shout out and thank you for his...
Yes, definitely. I don't even know where to begin, but I'm just so grateful for Pastor Swan, our Ivy Baptist family. I'm just so grateful. It's like words can't even express how grateful I am. And Pastor Swan walked with Mike and I through some challenging times with our marriage, with counseling. So he knew us as a couple. So I was just very honored when I asked for him to do the foreword. He didn't even hesitate to do it. So I'm so grateful for him and so grateful for our First Lady, Tatrice Swan. Just grateful for my Ivy family.
And we are so grateful for you and inspired by you. So please, everybody out there, support. It's a wonderful book. And not only support by purchasing the book, but please follow Monica's journey, because I promise you, you will be inspired. It's your girl, Crystal. This has been another production brought to you by Cedar Hope Productions, and I hope to see you soon. Peace.
Hey y'all, this is Monica Quinones, author, speaker, transformation consultant, founder of Poised Success. And I am super excited to tell you about my new book, Instant Single Mom, This Was Not the Dream. So, what do you do when life throws you a curveball? Do you sit there and have a pity party? Do you get angry? Do you sit there and gasp for air, not knowing where you're gonna go and just want to stay in a room full of darkness? Or do you find the courage and strength to get up? And that's what this book is about. My story and how I still got up after going through one of the most unimaginable things you could ever think of. This book is needed for everyone. You do not want to miss out. So thank you in advance for purchasing my book. Go to instantsinglemom.com or Barnes & Noble, wherever books are sold, and you can find a copy of my book. Thank you again for all of your support.